What we wore then, what we wear
Yeah.
now.
Back in the day, man, I wore some dope stuff. Just to get
Yeah.
straight into it, man. Remember Karl Kani? You don't know nothing about no Karl Kani.
I know Karl Kani.
Did you have Karl Kani dungarees?
Do you know what? I didn't because
There you go. So you don't know nothing about no damn Karl Kani.
Do you know what? do you know what it was? If it was left to my mum, I would have. Right? Because my mum loved that kind of like way of dressing, like baggy jeans and like nice tees. Like she was here for a nice strong jean and a nice baggy tee or like a shirt or like she would have like proper like gold. Do you remember when people used to wear? They used to call it chaps. But it was like really thick, big, gold jewelry, like chunky, but it was real gold, solid gold, and necklaces and earrings. Like that was her. What do they call the doors? Door knocker earrings. And she would wear like your Dr. Martin like boots. Like that was
big
her.
Hair and all that. Yeah, man.
That was her. So left to her, she would dress me like that as well.
Really?
But I didn't want to be dressed like that. I wanted to be like really, really girly. Like everything pink and like really soft and like dresses.
Yeah.
That's what I loved. So that's why I didn't have Karl Kani.
Sorry for you. I think back in the day fashion was much more fun.
Yeah.
Like nowadays, you can't express yourself. You can't wear what you want to wear. Because as soon as you put it on, people are like, why is your jeans so tight, bruv? And it's just like, oh man, and then now it's all changed. It's just like, why is your jeans not baggy? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, it
like,
literally changes.
It changes all the time. It's so jarring. I loved back in the day because people were able to express themselves, man.
Yeah.
Wear what you like. You know what I mean?
And I feel like everyone looked different.
Yes.
Back in the day, like it didn't look like a uniform. Like now, you can guarantee, right? You will catch a girl in like a blazer with like a tee or like a vest, leggings, socks over the leggings, and then like chunky trainers. Like it's not a uniform.
Oh.
Let's be different.
Talking about uniform, one of the things I hated seeing, give it like maybe like 2-3 years ago, was a group of lads. You know they all go to the gym, but they just look like ice cream cones because skinny jeans and then they'll just be wearing like a Ben Sherman shirt and they all be out and I don't know, VO5 hair wax in their hair and it's just like going out to, going to pub and they all look the same and it's just like,
but sometimes you gotta show off your gains.
Nah, brother, man. They all look the same and it was jarring, man. It was jarring. But like even, all right, we talk about fashion, but children's fashion back in the day. Let's talk about children's fashion. So you said you used to dress girly, but your mum wanted to dress you.
So, all right. So apparently when I was like younger, like really, really young, when I first started, sort of like walking and like realizing, I'm getting changed and stuff, I wouldn't let anybody choose my clothes. So I would go into my drawer and I would choose what I wanted to wear from what was in there. And it was really cool because my auntie, she's a dressmaker. I think that's what they call it here as well. And she would make me matching sets of everything.
Oh, that's dope.
So I would have like, because it was Jamaica, you would have like cycle shorts and then the matching sort of like top for it as well. And she was just the best at making those in the whole sort of like neighborhood. And she would make it like for all the children, so people would buy their children's outfits from her.
That's another thing. There was always someone in the family that was a tailor. Like always would tailor. Like you'd go to them and their house. It'd be so funny because you get into their house and it's normal, just like the living room and then the kitchen, and then you'd go into one room and it's just filled with nothing but like material
and like thread and stuff.
It'd be their workshop, and they've always got low glasses in it. And they'll be like this, come, let me see the thing. Give me the clues. And they'll be looking at it like...
Or they've got their measuring tape thrown over their shoulder. To measure you when you come in and then you'll just be standing there with your arms out.
I miss that, I honestly miss that. Like, I don't know if anyone in our generation does that within their home. I'm talking about young people. I'm not talking about the elder generation because we know they still carry that tradition.
I've got one friend. She does like crocheting, and she made like a really cute like snowsuit for our daughter recently.
Oh, nice!
And like blankets.
Right.
But I think she's the only person in our
Has she got the knitting thing, the thing, you know, the thing,
the
thing,
needle thing.
No, yeah, the one that's on the thing, the machine, the sewing machine.
No, she doesn't have a sewing machine. She just
boo.
knits. Or
What, she just knit like that?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Gavin, man. Nah, man.
That.
She's got to get the proper thing. You remember that? And they'll be like
my
this.
auntie does that. So my auntie actually teaches adults and children how to sew. So it's something that she really wants, like, to be continued. But I mean, it's quite hard because not a lot of people want to actually do that anymore.
I mean, it's one of those things now. Is you don't have to do that anymore. But that was so good, man, going into people's houses and seeing that. I miss that.
It's creative.
Honestly. Yeah, it's very creative.
You get to see all the materials and you can choose from, you know, what you want and stuff. But what I thought was really cute, so they would measure you up and then you'd have to stand there, arms out, and then they'll be like, right, turn, and then they measure your back, right, turn, and they measure your front, and then they got to measure you halfway, and then they got to measure from the shoulder right the way down to the feet and stuff. And I thought what was really nice is you chose your material, you knew how the stuff was being put together, which was really nice. Whereas now it's just made, like it's there. Children don't really get to see that process of from they
and
don't
waiting.
Yeah
choosing it
exactly, seeing it being made, coming back a week later to pick it up with your parents and getting it measured to see if it fits you right, any little adjustments
trying
made
on for the first
and stuff
time,
like
all of
that.
Yeah.
They don't really get that. Uniform in Jamaica was made as well.
What, school uniform?
School uniform.
Really?
Yeah, so my grandma made all my school uniform.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so all our little pleated dresses with the...
and would that be the same for every student?
Yeah, so my grandma would make everyone's uniform in the area because she was the tailor.
Okay.
Yeah. Or seamstress. Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
Yeah,
seamstress.
seamstress.
Okay.
So everyone would come and they would have their dresses made, their shirts made. The boys would have their trousers and their shirts made. So the boys wore like khaki colour. So they would have their khaki outfits made. And the girls would have their pretty dresses made with their shirts with like the frills on the edges. It was made.
What was some of the
measure.
like brands and trends back in Jamaica that were like big? If you wore this, everyone would be like, "Oh, he's the man," or whatever.
So when Spice Girls came out, if you had like Spice Girls clothes, you were lit. Like everybody was just like, "Yeah, we respect you because you've got Spice Girl clothes." And then other than that, I don't remember any like particular brands when I was younger.
Not like Nike or Adidas or anything.
I mean, yeah, if you had those, like people like...
Well, Clark's is a big thing.
It is a big thing. So when I was leaving Jamaica to come to England, I had to leave in Clark's. It was like a big thing, like you're travelling.
In
like,
Jamaica, okay.
Yeah, you're travelling, like you've got to have Clark's shoes to travel in.